Hi there Aquarius, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for May. As this month begins, there's a collection of planets in the part of your horoscope concerned with family life, your emotions, where you live, both in a practical and emotional context. Now also Mercury, the planet of communication, moves on the 2nd, but it's not particularly happy in this area, and in fact before the end of the first week both it and Mars, also in this area, are in conflict with your co-ruler, Saturn. Now Saturn's your traditional ruler. It's the side of you which is happy with convention, that likes to play by the rules, that understands that there does need to be a certain amount of community and organisation. But of course there is that other side of you which is ruled by Uranus, which is much more innovative. But Saturn is going to be putting its rather limiting influence on Mars and also Mercury. Now I need to be completely honest with you, it's possible that something in your professional situation could be having a massive impact on your home life. Perhaps it's going to be extra hours. The boss is demanding that you take on more obligations and responsibilities. Perhaps you yourself are really wanting to get ahead, but of course the more that you do, the more you've got to invest in yourself in it. And unfortunately this may see the rivet starting to come out. If you're putting so much energy in terms of your home life, you could feel exhausted, grumpy, out of sorts, and everything may seem a little bit out of kilter. But you have a wonderful opportunity on the 10th to start to address this, because there's a solar eclipse then, and that solar eclipse provides a backdrop energy for the following 6 months, and it's going to be working in concert with Mercury. This suggests the more you can use your intellect to work out some complex emotional or practical issues, the better. Because there may be a side of you that is quite detached and logical, but there's another side of you that can also get very hurt and angry if you feel that people aren't playing to the rules that you do adhere to. And sometimes you can have very quite high values. And this is essentially trying to be a bit more realistic. Keep the lines of communication open. It could also be a turning point if you're wanting to improve some element of your home in some way, whether it's to add an extension, improve the kitchen or bathroom, or just give things a decorative makeover. Or perhaps you want to move altogether, add a new addition to the family. These kind of changes are all possible on the back of this wonderful solar eclipse. And the other wonderful thing that happens is that Venus moves on the same day into a truly wonderful part of your horoscope. This is the area that's linked to love, creativity, fun. If you have children, your relationship with them can flourish on the back of this particular transit. Mercury also moves to join up with Venus on the 16th and the Sun on the 21st. So the second half of May can be a time of much greater outgoingness when you want to play and be entertained and really have a good time. It's also possible that you may be entertaining at home. But from the 16th to the 22nd, both Venus and Mercury are forging great links with your other, more modern ruler of Uranus. And it's that innovative side of your nature that can come to the fore. You can have some brilliant ideas, or just make people laugh by being quirky and different and fun. Unfortunately, from the 15th through to the end of the month, Pluto does clash with Uranus. Now this aspect or influence occurred last year from June for 5 months. It suggests that the more psychological or shadow side of your nature can still be coming under a certain amount of pressure, especially if you're someone who's not very conscious of how you are to other people, and people may tell you things that can surprise or alarm you. Perhaps people are going to be telling you things that they've been thinking about you. And for someone like you, who is very outgoing and friendly generally, this is quite hard stuff. But just try to take it in your stride. Try to learn more about what makes you tick at the deeper level, and you can use Pluto to your absolute advantage. Now there is a delicious link in the last week of this month between Venus, Jupiter and also Mercury. And this could see something quite magical happen around your love life, around a creative talent, around a big hope of yours. Something can come to pass which really does delight you. But I have to tell you the truth. On the 25th there is also a tricky lunar eclipse. And this lunar eclipse suggests that if you are too idealistic, and particularly around friendships and money, you could end up being mightily disappointed in the next 6 months. So do keep your feet on the ground. Yet the Sun also gets together with Uranus in the last few days of this month, and Mars finally moves into a fantastic location on the 31st. And I think you're going to end May feeling really upbeat, positive and hopeful for the future, but you must be realistic about what that future is as well. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.